Welcome back to Good Day State Line. You may have heard of the group Voices of Stephenson County before, but do you know what they're all about? Beth is here this morning to fill us in. Good morning, Beth.
Morning.
So thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks
so let's get right to it. What is Voices?
So Voices of Stephenson County is a dual service agency, and we support survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault throughout Stephenson County.
So you are the director, executive director. So tell me how you got to this role.
So I am from the western suburbs of Chicago and moved to the Freeport area and just have had a history of social services and really was looking for an agency that really supported its community and it really was true to the mission, and Voices is truly that. We believe, validate, and support all of our clients, and just love to carry that out every day.
How long have you been with Voices?
For 4 years now.
Okay, so you're very knowledgeable about what's going on there, and you're ready to share that with all of us. So tell me about the services and the resources going on there.
Sure. So we support survivors, again, of domestic and sexual violence, and kind of throughout the all spectrum. We provide advocacy services, so what you would traditionally think of crisis services, orders of protection, case management, support from that moment of crisis, all the way through someone's journey of either remaining or leaving a unsafe relationship. We do medical advocacy at a local FHN hospital for sexual assault survivors. And then again, throughout the spectrum, we help with the criminal process, and for those that are in the judicial system, help with law enforcement to ensure a smooth process there. And really, it's just about safety and believing that survivor throughout the whole advocacy process and helping them through every step of the journey, and really help educating them. Mm-hmm. And so none of the options are right for every survivor. Every survivor just needs to know what options they are and pick at the best in the moment. An option that is right today might not be right tomorrow. So, it's really important that survivors know that we are just there to support them no matter what decision that they make. Throughout the advocacy process as well, people do not have to leave situations.
Okay.
We'll provide services no matter if they remain in a safe situation or if they choose to stay with an abuser.
So how many people are working with Voices? How many people are on your team?
Yep, we have 18 employees, and that includes a part-time manager of a bookstore. We own a nonprofit bookstore in town that fully supports all of our services.
Wow, that's really nice. So a lot of people are able to help, and obviously this is very important, but why? Why is this so important?
It's important, really. I mean, the opportunity today is just to talk about domestic and sexual violence and to make it something that doesn't carry such an important stigma or carry such a heavy stigma.
Right.
It's important to normalize, and there are millions of people, throughout the world that are living in shame or, feeling that they're alone in violence, either of sexual or physical or emotional abuse. And there are so many people that have been there and that are there currently, and there's help available. There's always someone to listen and to support and to educate. And, belief is the number one value that we want to share with people.
I think it's important, too, to talk about it like we are right now, because even if it's not something that's going to impact one of our viewers' lives today, mm-hmm. It could happen in the future, or they could know someone and they could benefit from hearing about it too.
It could, and at Voices we offer prevention on all levels, so both in the educational system, to businesses, to the community as a whole. And I think just that prevention education is so essential to start to talk about it, to know the warning signs, to know what to do, mm-hmm. to know that there's free resources available, just to get the conversation started. Can spread, like you said, it might not be now, but it might be friends or family that need that assistance.
Right, so it's always good to share things like this. So COVID-19 has, I'm just going to say it, we're all upset about it. It's kind of wreaked havoc on everybody's day-to-day life, but it really impacts what you guys do.
It does, and like you said, it impacts every aspect of life. So, we remain open and we're always there for 24/7 for support. But it's stressful, and it's stressful in an average situation in the most perfect of life. So mm-hmm. to complicate with abuse or sexual violence, it's just wreaking havoc on everything, financially, in a household, and in every way, shape, and form. So we're still able to provide services, and we have seen an increase in need for crisis services. And I think that is to last for some time now, and as this continues, and again, we're just trying to help in every way that we can.
So has your services changed at all with the COVID-19 pandemic, or is it still pretty much the same?
We have tried to provide many more services via telephone or mm-hmm. remote, obviously for everyone's safety. We do crisis-based services, all still in person, but we are doing many things remote as we can.
For sure, we all are. Tell me remotely. It's got to be phone calls, hotlines. So you got some important hotlines you're going to tell us about.
We do. We have a 24/7 hotline for both domestic violence and sexual assault, and advocates are always available for assistance.
What about volunteering? Somebody can help out here.
It is, and we always need volunteers, and all of our volunteers that provide direct service are essential. They provide service at the local hospital, at Freeport Memorial Hospital, and they go through extensive training to support the most vulnerable sexual assault clients. So those are always a need. Right now we just have maybe 4 or 5 ladies that are supporting us 24/7. We also have a bookstore that is always in need of volunteers as well.
So if somebody wanted to be part of this and they wanted to volunteer, how could they?
They just contact our agency and we are ready to hook them up right then and there.
We're ready right now. Call us right now. Is there anything you say that someone who wants to volunteer should think about before choosing to volunteer with Voices?
Sure. So for those that really want to support survivors themselves, it's a commitment. It requires an extensive amount of training, and then we ask for a year-long commitment because, again, we're working with a vulnerable population, and we want to ensure that we're supporting both the volunteer and then providing the client with the best of services.
That makes sense. All right, Beth, where can we go for more information?
So you can go to our website, which is voicesofsc.org, or call our number at 815-235-9421.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by and sharing this with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up next, we're visiting a Cronauer Law in Sycamore, and then we're getting up close and personal with the animals at Summerfield Zoo. But first, it's birthday time. We're sending a huge belated happy birthday to Rachel Danielle from Artie Artistry, our Good Day State Line makeup artist and a good friend of the show as well. She celebrated last Wednesday. Also, a happy belated birthday to one of our favorite brand new 10-year-olds. This is Zoe, and she celebrated yesterday. And coming up this Wednesday, Eyewitness News in the Morning meteorologist Joey Marino will be celebrating his big day. Happy birthday.